Hi, welcome back to The Buzz. This is Meredith, and I'm here with Dr. Dorenzo with Dorenzo Psychological Group. He's a clinical and forensic psychologist. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Meredith.
So, everyone knows a little bit about kind of what psychology is, but can you kind of just tell me what you see day to day and what the importance is of going to a psychologist and kind of taking care of your mental health?
Sure. So, being a psychologist, of course, I'm going to say that it's important to see a psychologist. But psychology is it's interwoven into the fabric of everything we do. I mean, it's about how we think, how we feel, how we behave, and about what's happening with our body as well. So, certainly psychologists provide a lot of benefit to people. I mean, our goal is to promote well-being and improvement and optimal functioning for individuals from a psychological as well as from a physical standpoint. There are lots of different reasons that people come to see psychologists as well. Whether it's a driving phobia. Sometimes people are afraid to go over the bridge or get in the car and get on the highway, versus somebody that's having trouble in a relationship. They're dealing with infidelity, or wondering if it's the right person to be in a relationship with, or they're stuck in a job and they're trying to, they're wondering if they should take the risk or not to make that change. And coming to a psychologist is somebody that understands human behavior, understands the human mind, can help you understand yourself rather quickly, can help you dig deeply and help you make the right decision for you.
Kind of serve as an ongoing touch point, or help you work through, like you said, kind of more day-to-day things that people might not think, hey, I should maybe talk to somebody professionally about this, can really improve people's lives.
It absolutely can. I mean, it's just like going into if you're having a health related physical body health related issue. I mean, you go to your primary care doctor to ask some questions and make sure that you're okay, you're functioning well. The same thing going to a psychologist is to understand if I'm thinking about this correctly, am I behaving correctly, could I be doing something different? And the problem is so many people wait so long to get help when we're talking about mental health, because there are stigmas, and people often they feel like they can handle things on their own. But my advice is not to wait until it starts hurting. I mean, just
right.
like you just go into your primary care physician. I mean, you don't wait until it's hurting. Unfortunately, we often do.
So if you can do some of those preventative things or more regular things, then it's obviously a better outcome. Just
Correct.
like you said, when you go to the doctor, if you're sick, don't wait till you can't get out of bed. You want to get those things taken care of before then.
Right. As soon as you start, if you're feeling anxious or you keep trying to do something, like, I mean, for example, anger. I mean, people often have issues with anger where they just can't handle getting into the car or dealing with a certain person, and they just are flying off the handle. And it becomes so automatic for them, and they're stuck, and they say, I just can't handle that person. I can't handle that person that I'm in the relationship with. They immediately, put me in that zone, in the negative zone. It's when it's time to have somebody help recondition you so you're not responding in that same way.
Gotcha. Okay. Is there anything else particularly about your practice that maybe is different, or maybe some things that you offer that some other practices don't, why people would want to reach out to you?
Sure. Well, at Dorenzo Psychological Group, I mean, we're it's a very comprehensive practice. We have people that are well trained. Many of them are board certified, and they have lots of years of experience. I think together we probably have about 80 years of experience in psychology practice. But what we try to do is treat everybody individually. We don't go through insurance, which allows us to make sure that our care is private, so there's no real records of you being there, and people feel that they can really dig deeply and discover all and tell all, because it's really hard to help somebody without knowing everything, knowing the full story.
Yeah,
And
you want to
people
create a safe place for them.
certainly reluctant to do that. And I want to touch on stigma too, because I mean, it's and a lot of where the stigma comes from, there's this separation of mind and body, going back to like the 1700s with Descartes, who said, I think, therefore I am, and he was really separating the mind and body, and a lot of that still rings true today, because people we still have that, you know, people fear they're feebly minded if they go get help, because they think that the brain or the mind is not the same type of organ as the rest of the body, you know.
Right.
And it's like, you know, you think, you know, I'm crazy if I go get help, but you don't worry about having a crazy lung if you're going, you know, if your lung is having issues, you have cancer, you know, there's no problem going to the primary care physician. But the same thing is with the mind. Sometimes the mind takes over and it's hard to control, and that's what a psychologist can help you learn how to manage.
Work it
better.
out,
Yes,
exercise that
indeed.
muscle. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. If somebody did want to reach out to you, can you give just your website or phone number, how people could do that?
Sure. Our website is www.livebetterjacks.com,
Okay,
and the number is 904-379-8094.
awesome. Well, thank you so much. This is Meredith signing off with The Buzz.